Hello YouTube, this is MPN72 bringing you the first in a new series called Collectables. It's basically going to be collections that either I have or would like to have or are attainable for the beginner to intermediate collector, coin collector. I'm not going to get too deep into the really expensive collections or areas of specific coins that can get really pricey, like when we talk about um, varieties and some mint errors. Mint errors aren't really a part of a series. There's something that's not wasn't meant to happen, or is a one of, or several of. Varieties are different. Varieties are whether it was intentional or not. It's maybe one specific die had die cracks in it, or something along those lines. So we're not going to get too deep into that because that can really price up even a basic collection of something as simple as what we're going to go with today, which is the Indian head cent. I don't have a huge collection. I do have a lot more than I have in front of me, but just to get a visual, I just threw some out there. They're quite attainable. There are definitely a few that can get pretty pricey, especially in the higher grades. And I would say probably one or two key dates, which can be really expensive. But if you get a lower quality, maybe a G or an AG, it should be affordable for most people, even if you have to save. Several $100s might not sound too attainable, but when you're putting this much effort into a collection, it's not crazy, especially when you compare it to some other series, which you're looking at thousands of dollars for each specimen, or thousands of dollars for several specimens of the series. But Indian head cent aren't too bad. It's a relatively I wouldn't say a long series, but there's plenty there to collect that can keep you busy for quite a while before you even have to get into the higher end coins. I think there's only one or two anyway, but like the 1877 I know is pretty hard to get. There's only 52,000 or so made. Well, basically we call it the Indian head penny, but it's actually Lady Liberty with an Indian style headdress. That is actually what the designer intended, which the designer was James P. Longacre. Now there's a couple compositions and a couple different reverses. 1859 was a laurel wreath reverse, no shield, and it was made of copper nickel. It was the only year of that specific combination. That's version 1. Version 2 was 60 to 64, which is an oak wreath reverse with shield, which also in copper nickel. Now in 64, some metals got more scarce than others, so they switched. They went to a bronze coin and an oak wreath reverse with shield, and that will be 64 to 1909. As I mentioned, one of the biggest key dates is the 1877, which is probably the most valuable anyway. Then you have the 1908S and the 1909S, which could be relatively pricey, have lower mintages. They're not as easy to get as the 1909 or the 1908 plain. The copper nickel versions weigh 4.67 grams, and the bronze are at 3.11 grams. They're, like as I said, they are a relatively easy coin to start collecting because you can pretty much find them on eBay, at your corner. I wish there was a corner coin store. Your neighborhood coin store, your local coin store. They're all over the place online. Don't be fooled. A lot of people call them, super valuable, rare coins. They're not. They're relatively, like I said, relatively easy to get for a good condition. Later years, if you're paying $1 for something that's really nice, like I would say VG, maybe $1 to $2, $3 for some years. The older they get, you'll pay a little more. When they get it down into the AG and G, you should be paying no more than $1. And if it's like an AG3, you should be paying maybe 2 or 3 for $1. that's today's market. That's where I live. Your results may vary. You may be in an area where they are a little more rare. And if you're outside the United States, like Canada, some of our Canadian friends, our British friends, maybe they're a little more expensive because they're coming from overseas or outside the country, and shipping alone is a little more expensive. But they're pretty cheap and easy to get into. Like I said, there are a few that you may be surprised and there'll be sticker shock when you see the prices on them, especially in anything above good condition. And even some of the more commons can get really, really expensive when you start getting in the mint state, AU up to the BU, and when you get to higher mint states, of course, everything's going to be more expensive. But even at the higher mint states, for the most common years, you can get slab pretty nice examples in the tens and twenties of dollars, depending on what year, and then they obviously go off from there. But it's, like I said, it's a very simple, relatively inexpensive series to get into. There's plenty of books out there. There's plenty of folders, binders, really nice displays where you can get into these, and they're neat because it's not a Lincoln set. Either the Memorial, the Shield, or even the Wheat backs. So you're going past that, and most people today, don't remember them being in circulation or even seeing them in circulation. Obviously, there's some of you guys out there that are old enough that they may have gotten them a few times here or there. I did find one in a penny box, coin roll search, but that's only one, and I searched probably a dozen boxes or so, maybe 15. It's not a lot of boxes, but still, it's only one Indian had sent out of all of those. When I got numerous wheat cents, even foreign coins, dimes. I got more dimes than I had Indian heads in the coin roll search. So don't think you're gonna get a ton of them that way. But if you do, which the one I do have is in my typeset because it's one I found coin roll hunting. But it's not a bad place to start. If you're a copper fan, it's even better because it is a pretty big range, and there are mint marks. There are some varieties that are in there that are considered. You would need that as part of your collection if you want to have a complete collection. And obviously, a complete collection will be every single mint mark, every single variety, every single year. And I'm not really getting into that because most folders or binders don't have a lot of that. A lot of them just go by the year and the mint mark. Some go a little deeper than that, but they're pretty cool. If you pick up a red book, you'll see where the mintages are, and you'll kind of get an idea what you should pay, more or less. Don't go by what their prices, but go by what their numbers are, and that's how you kind of know where you should be. But I hope you like this series, YouTube. There'll be some more, and if you guys have any suggestions, that's great because I know the coins I like, and I'm gonna have a few of these already uploaded, ready to go, and I'll be dropping them probably once a week. But any coins that you guys want to see, that's great. Just put something down in the comments. If you are an Indian head collector, please maybe you could show us what you have on your channel, or even if you send me a picture, I'll try and get it on future videos. Maybe I'll do summaries every so often of what I've done and if I've upgraded any of mine, or maybe show pictures of subscribers' coins. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, and hopefully this could be a productive series because it's something that I'm really going to enjoy. And just basically getting on YouTube and starting my channel over the last several months has been a great help with trying to get through this crisis that we're all dealing with. Where you can't go. I do go out, but I don't go out as much as I used to. So I need something to fill that void. And this is it. So thank you guys for subscribing and helping me continue my channel. Once I got to 100 subscribers, I realized, okay, well, at least somebody wants to see what I have to say or listen to what I have to say. Hopefully, I'm not boring you guys too much, and hopefully you like this new series. Once again, Rambling Mike, Rambling MPan is going on and on and on, but I hope you like it, and they will get a little more precise and to the point with some of the future ones, but this is the first, so I wanted to kind of get all this information out there. So if you like what you see, please hit like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Maybe share. My videos with friends. Maybe new collectors might find this interesting, and obviously intermediate to more expert collectors will be so far ahead of me that they'll just tune this out anyway. But thanks, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.